lovers of custom tool venture, thanks so much for always being there each time I upload new content. I want to say big thank you. I appreciate you. I'm not taking you for granted. Each time you watch my video, please don't ever forget to like it and then share it, please share it to your community, share it to friends, share it to your colleagues, and then you are free to make any requests of what you want. And if today is your first time of watching my video, please don't forget to like it, share it, and click on that subscribe button. And then beside you see a bell icon, so that each time I upload new content, you will be among the first set of people that will receive it. Thank you so much. You are highly welcome. Let's get into it. I'm cutting this beautiful baby dress. You can see it. You can see how beautiful it is. Okay, and you can see that they have both upper and lower panel. So I'll be cutting the back of the upper panel first. Okay, I will need the length of my fabric is already on fold, and then always cut from the back of the fabric, so that in case you want to use anything to mark, it won't stay in the front of your fabric. So I will need the length 10. I need 9 inches, but I will be leaving it as 10 because of the sewing allowance. And then the wideness of the chest, I need 22. But before I get the wideness of the chest, I will need to leave the space for the zipper allowance. I will leave it as 1 inches, 1 inch, 1 inch. Okay, and then I connect it. It's not a far distance, that's why I'm using my rule. Then I have the wideness of the chest to be 22. So 22 divided by 4, I will have a 5.5. With sewing allowance, I will leave it at 6.5 to be on the safe side. Okay, let me rule it. Okay, so I've gotten the zipper allowance and the measurement of this, so I secure it so that it doesn't shake while cutting it. So I do the cutting now. I open it here. Okay, so this is my zipper allowance. Let me fold it in. So I've gotten my back panel now, so I want to cut the front panel. Okay, so I just place it on it. Front panel and the back panel have been cutting. So I'll be creating the shoulder measurement is the shoulder measurement is 9. So I have 4.5, and then I will be making it 5 inches. Okay, with the sewing allowance. And then from that shoulder allowance, I will measure the armhole line. I'll be leaving it as 5 because I'm still going to remove the shoulder slant there. Okay, and the shoulder slant I will make it 3/4 because it's more of a baby cloth. So I put my slants here. Then the shoulder line, the armhole line, I put it here. They connect it out. Then from the half of the armhole line, which is about 2.25, so I'll be creating my curve from there. Okay, Just make it a bit curved this way. And then the waist, the half length of it is 22 divided by 4. I have that's 11, 5.5 plus sewing allowance. I'm leaving it at 6.5. So connect it this way, and then I cut it out. I'm yet to put the neckline, so I will be putting that one. Before I cut the slants, I will put the neckline. This is the back panel. I'm going leaving it as 2 inches. Okay, for the back panel, the depth of 1.5. So I notch it. Then the depth of the front panel, I make it 2.5. I'm giving it a cuff, a round neck. You can see the front panel is deeper than the back panel, so I cut it out. And then the back panel too, I cut it out. I remove my pin here to still remove. Okay, so I can now cut my shoulder slants. So we're good to go with the front and the back panel apart. So I'll be creating lining. I will line this, so I'll just go ahead and use this to cut the lining. I've cut the lining that I will use for it. Okay, I'll be showing you the video of how to cut lining fully and how to fix it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to cut is the lower part of it, and I'll be using pattern fabric for that. Okay, using this pattern fabric. And then what I need for the lower part is it's 14 inches long. Okay, 14 inches long. Okay, I've cut the lower parts. This is the front side of the lower parts, so I'll be giving it gather. Okay, and I'm going to put this one will be the back because of the zip that is going to be there. So I've created the zipper line for the back too. So I'll be forming gather, and I'm still going to cut the lining for it too. Okay, so the lining I'm going to cut is going to be the same size with it. I will use it for the same size, and then if you look at the image very well, you will see that the sleeve is a kind of flounce kind of sleeve. Okay, so I'll be cutting the flounce for the top now. Okay, for the front panel, this is it. So I'll be cutting this shape for the cape of the neckline. So I will cut this shape with this fabric. Okay, let's go. I will cut for both this side and then this side. Then after I've cut it, I will be using the lining to tape it, then I turn it. Okay, let's get. Okay, I've cut the shape out, and then I'll put the lining. So I will stitch around the lining now, but I will not stitch this because this way I'm going to join to the shoulder. So we'll do the same thing with this one and then place it like this. Let's go. Okay, so this is the second one. I'm going to sew this place and sew this place. I'm going to leave this place. I will place it on it like this. It's going to be something like this. Okay, so I don't have to close this place. I will use the lining to turn this one over. Okay, so I will fix it and I will use the lining to turn it. Press before I fix it. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'll be cutting my flounce. The flounce is used as the sleeve. Okay, so my pattern paper is some fold. I got flounce for 9 inches each so that it can be very fluffy and very full. Okay, so what do? I divide my 10 inches by 6.2. Okay, 6.2, so I have 1.6. So I'm measuring 1.6 round. Okay, I will measure my 1.6 round. So I measure from here the 1.6. My 1.6 is somewhere here. Measure 1.6. Measure 1.6 round. So I connect them. Connect my 1.6. Okay, so the next thing, how wide do you want your flounce to be? Okay, I will make it 2.5. Mark my 2.5 round. 2.5. So I connect them. So the next thing, I cut them. Okay, cut this one off first. Okay, this is how it's going to be. So I open it. Okay, by the time your circle is smaller, the flounce comes out very beautifully. It will fold very well. So I will cut this two of this one to use to cut the fabric, and then after cutting the fabric, I'll be using bustier for it. Okay, let me go ahead and cut the fabric. So instead of my cutting this pattern paper twice, I will cut this twice on the fabric. Let's get there. Okay, I've cut the flounce. I'm still going to press and I'll put the stay, and I've cut the lining for it. So I'm going to stitch it round and then I will turn it to fix it on the fabric. So let's go. Okay, I've stitched it round. So I will notch these edges so that it will turn very well. Notch it round so you can help the turning. So I turn it. Okay. So that the flounce will stay very well. That's why I'm putting the stay there. So I'll be cutting it. After ironing it, I will cut it open. Okay, let me do that quickly. I will cut it open. Wow, the complete dress. I use the needle and thread to tie this ribbon to it, and then this flowers. I've already fixed the flounce hand. Okay, and then good belt to go with it. Isn't it lovely? Okay,